Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning. It's good to have you with us on this Wednesday, the 27th day of March, 2024. Thanks for welcoming us into your homes and businesses and wherever you are, wherever we're reaching you. We're happy to be with you. I'm Tisha Hines. I'll be here until 8 o'clock this morning. And where are we? Well, we're still live from the Standard Showroom in Wildey. So good to have you in company. We're going to have a good, fun time today on the show as we welcome quite a few people telling us about things that are happening not only here in Barbados, but across the Caribbean and indeed the world. We've been celebrating the entire week and for parts of last week as well with the University of the West Indies and all that's happening on the various open days at the university. There is a big career showcase coming up under the open day activities happening through the Department of Social Sciences. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that. Also, we continue our discussions with the Faculty of Culture, Creative and Performing Arts at the University of the West Indies as well. And we're telling you about a little R&R. As a matter of fact, it's a lot of R&R, not just a little bit. Bamboo Retreat will tell us all about what's on offer with them through Steve Andrews, the master therapist. Every time I say that, it makes me feel like relaxing. A master therapist. So it's something for you to do for this long weekend. We're going to tell you how you can get in on that. Plus, the Queen of the South Open Road Tennis Competition is coming up. Jackie Collis, she's going to be in. You might remember her from CBC's Kids Karaoke and a host of other things. She's going to be here to tell us all about that particular competitions. Also, Learn Well, Play Well, Inter-School Creative Competition. That's coming up, and it's open to students from primary schools. So we're going to be talking about that with Derek Kelman and Zakayla Moore, who are both teachers at the Holy Innocent School. So lots happening there. Plus, teachers from the Graydon Seeley School will be talking about the students who will be competing at the secondary level. Stephanie Chase, Mr. Estwick and Shanae Austin, they're going to be here as well. There's a big QC run walk coming up, and it's for a very important cause. It's being put on by the Queen's College School. So their head of Department of Physical Education, Brian Holder, is going to be here. So as you can see, there's lots happening all this Holy Week as we get ready for the weekend. You know, it's a short week, so we're trying to kind of compact everything in and get everything out to you so you know what is happening. But we want to start this morning by saying a special good morning to two familiar faces. They're not only familiar to me, they're familiar to you as well. We have joining us Marilyn Rice-Boyne, who's president of the Barbados Association of Retired Persons, and Colleen Walcott is acting director of the National Assistance Board. Good morning, ladies. Welcome.
Good morning, and thank you so much.
It's wonderful to have both of you here with us, looking splendiferous as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so BARP is hosting a one-day conference entitled Towards 2050, and it's in collaboration with the Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, and it's coming up soon. So I want you to lay the foundation for us, so to speak, Marilyn, about why it's necessary for us at this time to look as far as 2050. I remember being a teen and hearing then Prime Minister Owen Arthur talking about the 2020 goals, and I remember thinking, 2020 goals, like what's he talking about? And here we are well past 2020. So it's not that far out, but sometimes we don't think that far ahead.
Yes.
So why at this
Right.
time?
Thank you so much, Tricia, for giving us the opportunity. And of course, as you said, we've partnered with the Ministry of People, Empowerment and Elder Affairs. That's why Colleen is here, because we're working jointly on this project towards 2050, a short 26 years from now. And why we are focusing on 2050 is because the persons between today's younger people, the 40s to the 59s, in 26 years from now, they will be seniors. And yes, you will be seniors, and there is need to focus your lenses on retirement and planning for retirement. And as I said, 26 years from now is very short, it's a short space of time. So BARP having recognized from all research that pointed to the fact that by the year 2050, half of Barbados' population will be over 60. What that says to you. So there is need to plan, and we have put together this conference to just the first of many, but to focus on planning, the importance of early planning. Although there's a school of thought that 40 is too late now to start to plan for retirement, but you know, we're pushing ahead, and nevertheless. But to focus, I said, focus the lenses on what's coming ahead. And later I'll speak to the agenda, but we're going to look at it from a corporate perspective, 2050 from an entertainment perspective, 2050 from a health perspective. And then we'll discuss matters like aging in place and dementia, and aging in place, dementia, durable powers of attorney, and matters of interest for persons now. So what we are doing, we are preparing tomorrow's seniors today.
Okay, well, you know, that summarizes it beautifully in terms of what we're looking toward. And you're absolutely right. We don't take certain things into consideration, as we should. But with you, Colleen, I know that you deal with this every day in terms of what you do. You offer a service, you know, that interacts and engages directly with seniors, but, you know, obviously on a limited basis. So that's why there's a need to plan ahead, I would imagine.
Yes, thanks, teacher, for having us once again, and very much so, and contextualizing it all in what we see on the ground every day as we go out there, and putting it into the whole context of population aging, and the collaboration with BARP really is the ministry's commitment to working with stakeholders who deliver services and goods and services to older persons, recognizing that government and the ministry alone cannot do it. There's so many needs and so many diverse needs out there, and there are many partners that we are willing to work with. So it is not about being territorial. It's about, yes, we're going to plan our own programs, and we're going to own them, but we're also going to share, we're going to work with our stakeholders, because we all have different strengths, and we are all bringing different resources. So in the case of National Assistance Board, what we do well is to offer direct services in the community. BARP does very well advocacy and education. Other entities out there who are servicing the elderly, they also do their work. So we're really, really looking to do holistic services in the population that we serve, and also to do a lot of preventative work. Sometimes when we're going for services, or when referrals are made to us, we are seeing people now who are at the level of dependency, and dependency on the state. We want to start now and try to swing the pendulum and looking more at preventative care through education, and getting persons really a proactive approach, really,
And
aging.
And planning generally.
Planning.
And you've been ahead of the curve at BARP when it has come to planning. I remember back in 2021, I think it was, when you lowered the age for people to be a part of BARP. A good friend of mine by the name of David called me up and said, yes, Tisha, I can join BARP. And we were laughing about it. But I mean, when you think about it, it made absolute sense, because here we are with a younger membership, but people who now are in the frame of mind that they're thinking toward retirement.
That is why this conference, the target group is the 40 to 59s, because as I said, we need to help them. Because in conversation with persons who have retired some years ago, they often say, and probably you hear people say, if only I knew. So we want to prevent that from happening to them. And of course, our theme is healthy aging, aging strong. And also we are committed to ensure that all seniors can lead lives of independence and dignity. So if you're committed to that, then you have to put your words into action. Can I share what's going to be
Absolutely.
Yes. That I just have to refer to my sheet. Our first session will be entitled Your Care, Your Safety, Who is in Charge? And that would be addressed by one of our partners, Paul Marshall from Caribbean Home Health. And what he's looking at is aging in place. Because not every senior has to be institutionalized, but you have to look at the options of aging in place. And even as you're referring just now about renovations, when you're building a house or even renovating, you have to build or renovate with your senior years in mind. You know, everybody likes the spiral staircases and they look really, really well, but there are too many people building homes and all the bedrooms are upstairs. So you have to plan for that period. So this is the kind of conversation we will have at that conference as well. As I spoke earlier about durable power of attorneys, that subject will be addressed by the Barbados Bar Association. We'll also have the Bankers Association and BAMP. And then we'll have a panel discussion on dementia. We'll have gerontologist Dr. Ambrose Ramsey, Pamelia Brayton from the Alzheimer's Association, and one of our Bar Trust Scholarship winner, Wazim Wuril. And our final session, this is going to be, we're going to end on a high. This session is going, the panelists are going to be in 2050. You're there. So you'll hear from like Erica Smith on the cultural landscape in 2050. Entertainment. Are we going to still have Kadooman, Tricia? Are we going to have Kadooman? You know, half of your population over 65. Are you going to be able to have Kadooman? Are you going to be able to have breakfast where? What would be the entertainment and cultural landscape of Barbados look like in 2050? We're going to take you there. And we'll also have a medical practitioner who will address NCDs and the impact on our standard and our health in 2050. I'm saying our, but I'll be in a different space. And we'll have, from a corporate perspective, Ms. Loban Clark, and she's going to be looking at what the corporate spaces would look like. Will we have more self-service, some robots? Are you going to have a whole set of seniors in the workplace? You know, when we travel and sometimes you go overseas, you see some very senior ladies working, especially at cash registers.
Walmart and so on.
Exactly.
Yes.
So is Barbados's corporate spaces going to look like that as well? Or are we going to have robots? And another panelist will be Leslie Wellington Gregg, and she will speak to AI in the space of 2050. So it's going to be an exciting conference. Exciting is not the word I want. It's going to be information packed, but it's going to be a motivational event.
For sure.
And we want to propel those persons, help to propel those persons into the 40 to 59. You don't have to be a BART member, but you must be between the ages of 40 to 59. Our forms are online. Of course, as Sikishida, we'll make sure you are registered. And Colleen and through the Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, and of course with the assistance of Colleen, we are going to put a session on for the 40 to 59s that they will remember and that will assist them in navigating these spaces in 2050.
Absolutely. And final word from you. I know, as we mentioned, the ministry works in this space every single day. Mm-hmm. And, the age of retirement is going up. It's one thing now. We don't know what will happen 10 years down the line.
Right.
So this definitely is the time to be prepared.
It is really to recognize that the environment is changing, and we cannot afford to be stagnant or to be stagnating. The ministry recognizes that, National Assistance Board recognizes that, and it's really to get people thinking, to inspire people, as Mornin said, to motivate people, get them thinking. Based on the conference, we realize that it's going to be a whole range of activities, diverse activities, something for everyone. So we encourage persons between 40 and 59 to be inspired and to come out and to participate.
Absolutely.
Participation is key.
I want to thank you both for coming in and sharing with us. So it's a one-day conference, and looking towards 2050, I am of a certain age. So I can now join, as Marlon mentioned. So I will definitely show up. Some personal experiences over the last few years in dealing with a family member has certainly put me in that frame of mind, because some of the things that we don't even think about, the little step to get into the shower presents then a challenge.
Correct.
Being able to sit on the potty. Basic things, get into bed. What would be a one-up step in your home now becomes a challenge. So all of these things are top of mind to me because of my experience, but I know that a lot of the times we don't think about it. So this is a great start, a wonderful initiative, and you should definitely come out. Saturday, April 6th, it's at the Barbados Hilton. And I know you can contact Barb to find out a little bit more, or the good folks at the National Assistance Board and the other agencies will most definitely share the information with you so that you can get out and find out a whole lot more as we plan towards 2050. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you
Thank you
so
too.
much. Have a
Blessed
good day.
Easter.
And
Blessed
you.
Easter to you and family.
Thank you. Coming up on Morning Barbados, a whole lot more. We're talking education and relaxation and every other Asian you can think about. So stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune into CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to Morning Barbados on this Wednesday. It's a short week, so make sure you get in everything you need to do because Friday, it's the day we're going to be off. And I know that we love short weeks here in Barbados, but we tend to rush. So then all of a sudden everybody's rushing into the supermarket and this and that. So make sure you try to plan ahead if indeed you can. And one thing that you need to plan ahead for is pampering. I know you do, but it's not difficult to do. All you have to do is call Bamboo Retreat. The master therapist is in the house, Steve Andrews. Good morning.
Mornin Barbados. It's always a pleasure to be here to discuss all the different things that we want to do, think about at Bamboo Retreat. You know, we are now the Bamboo Retreat. Before we used to be Student Touch, so now we offer the same excellent services as Student Touch, but we know Bamboo Retreat with so much other additions that we have brought to the table. Different things, events. Now we are doing events, we are doing training. Like this Sunday we have an event, we call it the Sparty Sunday from 4 until it's an all-inclusive event. You can give us a call, I think it's like $165 per person, where you have access to the hot tub, the sauna, the pool, finger food, beverages. So it's going to be a really nice place you can come, and just it's more relaxing that we are doing. So we are doing a lot more events because the retreat concept is about how can you come to a space and really relax and really enjoy what we do.
I love it just for the name retreat because it's almost like you're being invited to retreat from the world.
Right.
So retreat from your worries, retreat from everything else, and just relax. I love that with this because you kind of went by it quickly, but with this party, a sparty. So you're at the spa, you're able to come in, you get finger food,
Yes.
you get access to the pool and sauna and all this other wonderful stuff. If we're honest, if we put on a party, it definitely would cost more than that to be able to enjoy yourself in that way.
Yes, and but we are encouraging because life is tough, life is hard, it's stressful. So sometimes you just need to just run away from it all in that beautiful space where you can just let it go. In fact, when most people say for any time they start walking in, they start relax already. So it's a very relaxing environment that we have, and then the spa. I mean, every day is a birthday at the Bamboo Retreat. Today I have like 2 birthdays coming in, and birthday becoming a really interested concept. I mean, package we have up to 20% on services on your birthday, so we are focused on that. Remember, we do many different things. People think that when they see me, I think I just do massages, but we do the manicures, we do the pedicures, we do the facial, we do the body wraps, body scrub, body mask, there's a sauna, there's a hot tub. So we do all of these things, and you can come and just have one service, or you can come and have them all. And that's what we do, and that's why we are different to most spa. You go and you get a service. Most people will come and spend a day with us, just being pampered for the entire day. And I think that's what makes us interested and continue to do the things that we are doing at this time.
I absolutely love it. And I know that there's always something exciting happening, but particularly around this time of year, I would imagine where there's a holiday coming up, or it's a holiday period, an extended weekend, that you might have more people coming out. So we want to make sure that you get your bookings in the early so you won't be left out. Let's talk about the facilities, because when you talk about a retreat, it's important to share the aesthetic. Because if you're retreating from the rest of the world, you want to be truly comfortable where you're going. And that is exactly what you're walking into in this pristine environment in St. George, right here in beautiful BIM.
Well, a video will pop up just after the show, just after this interview. I was hoping it runs through the interview, that you can see what it's like. But how do I describe it? I mean, you just have to see it. You just have to be a part of it. Because it's really nature. It's really where you come in the lush of nature. We have a beautiful tree in the middle of the building. You know, it's really about going back to the nature of life, natural nature itself. It's a rustic, natural environment you're coming into. It's not air conditioned, but it's always cool. So it's a really interesting space that you want to come into, and you really want to come and really enjoy as well.
I know that you also, in addition to all of this wonderful relaxation, you can also get some great food. We mentioned the finger food, but I'm being told that you're known for your jerk.
Well, that's something that we do every Friday night. You don't miss it. Well, Friday this week is Good Friday, so you're going to miss it. And then we have an event on Saturday. We have an event on Sunday. So jerk will not be on this week, but the following week it will be on as well. So it's food as always. And we have a small kitchen that when you come, you can get your lunch, because when you come to the spa, it's all inclusive, where you can have lunch, you have beverages, you have all of these things. So when you come, it's a place that you can also come and relax. Besides the food, we are into training as well. You know, we do lots of training. You know, I'm across the globe doing training. And, you know, the funny thing is I'm across the globe doing training, and I'm saying I'm not doing a lot here in Barbados. So that's something that we are pushing now. So I think on the 7th, we have a pedicure class, because I think that for us to drive standard, it just can't be the bamboo retreat. It has to be everyone. So I'm willing to share my skills towards Barbadians who want to develop their basic skills in pedicure. We do massage training for advanced students. We do pedicure training. We do facial training. All of those things that we do in terms of to help people, help the industry itself to grow. So there's a class on the 7th in pedicure. It's really looking at the structures of pedicure, because every time I try to get a pedicure, I'm saying, so I decided, let's do this just to help people to understand basic structures of pedicures. It's a 5-step process, and some people do it backwards, some people just don't understand the step. So that's something that we want to do as well. So in terms of the education concept, that we are part of that as well. Maybe another time we can talk about all the exciting thing I'm doing in Africa in terms of training, not just massage, but manicure, pedicure, facial across Africa. That's what I'm doing, so why I cannot do it here in Barbados?
Absolutely. I mean, for a long time, we've really not exported what we have to offer by way of knowledge. So this is a great opportunity, and it's good that you're kind of creating the way for other people to be able to get on the continent and share all of this knowledge that we have here on the Rock. I love that you cater to small events, pool parties. You can have a children's party. You can have something for an adult. It really is what suits your taste, what you have to offer. So how do we get in on that? Is there like a time limit in terms of being able to call and plan it? Do you have a planner on staff who will work with people to decide?
Yes,
all right, so tell us about it.
Give us a call, 436-9405, 233-3104, and we can talk to you. Whatever you want to discuss, I will have my marketing person. She handles all of the things that needs to be done. I focus on doing the work. She focuses on the planning. So just give us a call, 436-9405, 233-3104, and we can discuss whatever you are thinking about. We keep the term small because we are basically a spa and a retreat, and we want to maintain that kind of atmosphere. So it's not really a bashment atmosphere. We like to have a relaxing environment that you can. It's really about relaxation than getting excited. So just keep that in mind. It's more relaxing. And
that's what we need.
Right.
I mean, that's what we need if we're coming away from, everyday life and regular environment to be able to do it. And I love that you offer the pedicures and manicures as well. So it's about total body care.
Yeah.
How important, Steve, is it for us to kind of take care of ourselves? We hear so much about stress and how it kills. And we're going about our day to day without necessarily taking care of ourselves. We're taking care of everything at work. We're taking care of the children, what needs to be done around the home, but we don't often stop to pamper ourselves. How important is it?
It's very important. I always say to people, you cannot take care of people if you don't take care of yourself. If you're not well, how can you take care of someone else? So we tend to put everyone else in front of us and leave us behind, and then we end up in the same space that we are trying to help someone out of. So yourself must become first. And we do many programs on the benefits of massage, the benefits of taking care of oneself. Understand how the body works. So when you understand how the body works, you know exactly what you have to do. And it's just minor things that you can do to help the body. And if you can really help the body to get to a space of relaxation, when you relax, there's so much things that happen to you, the mind, the nervous system. It helps with the lymphatics flow. It helps with circulation. All of those things helps when you do the basic things of a simple massage. So pampering is not just a physical, it's an emotional, mental. We talk about mental stress all the time. But these are things that we have impact on. So like at the Bamboo Retreat, we don't do anything that don't have impact on your body. So you will see that we don't do lots of things. We will not get into those things because to us, we want to focus on well-being and how do we maintain that tempo? How do we help that tempo to become the best that it can be? Because we only have one, and earlier we were talking about retirement and health. I always said, if you don't take care of your body now, you pay for it later. It's the same thing, if you don't prepare for retirement now, you suffer later. Same thing, that's a part of, because I always see pampering or taking care of oneself is like, I call it it's like paying an insurance policy to help you to live better. It's not going to necessarily help you to live longer, but it helps you to live better, because all of these things help the body. It's like a boost to the body, and in terms of the whole the well-being of the body. So it's not something that we just do and say it's just a good feel. I mean, this is tremendous, strong therapy that we do when we do what we do.
Absolutely. I want to thank you for coming in. It's always great to see you, Mr. Master Therapist at Bamboo Retreat, Steve Andrews.
Wow.
Remember, you can call them at 233-3204. You're going to see the numbers, or 436-9405. You wanted to say something else?
No, I said after spending 28 years in any industry, what do you expect?
This is true.
It's a lifetime.
This is true. You're at the place where you're teaching others on how they can take care of themselves in a holistic kind of way. So give them a call today and see how you can get in on some of these amazing pampering deals and options for you, for birthdays, weddings, parties, whatever they are. Thank you so much, Steve. Always great to share with you.
It's a pleasure.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast, because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back. So we've been celebrating with the University of the West Indies last week and into this week, and telling you all about the various open days as we move through the faculties. Now they're preparing for a new intake coming up in September, and the Prime Minister said years and years ago that they wanted to see a graduate in every single household. We've not moved away from that. We have the opportunity here at the University of the West Indies to be able to make that happen. Now, there are two faculties celebrating together. I probably wouldn't have paired them together, but hey, they're celebrating together for Open Week. And we're talking now about the Faculty of Social Sciences, so sorry, my faculty. So let me say a special good morning to Sonia Mahan, who is the Deputy Dean, Graduate Affairs, International and Global Affairs, and Digital Transformation at UWI-Cahill. Quite the title. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Barbados, and good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, so this is quite a big title. I think it would take up the entire interview for us to kind of break down every aspect of what the university has called you to do. So just the role of Deputy Dean in and of itself, I would imagine, is quite the task.
It is a big title, but it shows the different activities that we perform within the faculty to support our student body and to support our stakeholders as well. So the title is involving different tasks or different portfolios. So we focus on digital transformation. Even before COVID, many of our students remarked that they could get their requests done without having to physically be on campus. You met with the dean on Monday, and we do know that SOCI takes up about 55% of the entire student body.
That's right.
And that translates to between 2,500 to 3,000 students, depending on our numbers. So we didn't want them to have to come into the faculty office or the various departments to do tasks that could be automated and get done. So that's part of the digital transformation initiative with internationalization and globalization that is seeking to reinforce partnerships with internally within our UWI system, but also with external universities and institutes and colleges as well.
I mean, there's so much focus online to register, to get what information you need, to engage and interact. So you certainly are staying in step with what's happening in the rest of the world digitally. So talk to me more about that, because, you know, once you become a student, you kind of have to stay locked on to Cahill Online.
That's entirely true. And what I would do is pivot to my other hat, which is being a substantive member of the Sattercore Cahill School of Business and Management. And if you talk about being relevant and keeping in step, that is definitely the department that all of our departments exemplify that, but that's the department that has had to, because within the faculty, that department, the Sattercore Cahill School of Business and Management, carries the largest student load as well. So whereas the Faculty of Social Sciences carries about 50% of the student body, within the faculty, the Sattercore Cahill School of Business and Management carries about 50% of that student body. So if you do the math, that's a quarter of the population. What we find as well is that students peer from other faculties, peer with programming within the department as well. So coming in, the one thing that we do enjoy is having programs that are relevant to where persons see themselves not today, but see themselves in the future. So making sure that you have the skill set, you have the competencies, you have the knowledge base to be future ready. We had a tagline at the campus a couple of years ago, secure your future. We took that seriously within the faculty. We took that seriously within the department. And therefore, when you visit our website, you can see what the programming looks like to those who maybe have been there even as recently as 5 years ago when you graduated, about 5 years ago. Definitely if you graduated more than 10 years ago, it looks like a brand new transformed set of options. You would have spoken with our colleagues. You've spoken with our colleagues all this week, and I think you yourself were really excited about what was happening on ground.
Absolutely, and you're so right. But this is in keeping with, I think, the general mandate, what you're going for, which is professional development and lifelong learning. And in staying with what you said before, for people who would have studied years ago. As you mentioned, over 10 years ago, some people as long as 20 years ago. Now, the systems that are in place, what's happening, I mean, even doing a CV is so totally different. You can look at a CV these days and say, okay, we don't necessarily do that anymore. There was a standard date of birth and this and that. No, I mean, the formats have changed and so on, and you really need to stay up to the times in terms of what's happening. So you have to get into that frame of mind that you're going to check in. And I know you offer courses, and if you want to do a degree or post-grad or what have you. So it depends on what suits you at that time.
So we are known for training. So I'm just going to talk about 3 different levels of training within the School of Business and Management, where you have a conversation with yourself today. Where am I now, and where do I want to be in 3 years? Where do I vision myself in 5 years? What is my career path? Where do I want to? What is my ceiling? Do I want to manage within a particular department? Do I want to become CEO? And we therefore provide the platform for you to recognize your goals and your aspirations. So whether you are a new graduate coming directly out of, let's say, one of the community colleges around the region, because we do have articulations not just with BCC, but you are young, you are now coming out of that kind of training and you are now pursuing your undergraduate programming. We have a suite of programs for you with the BSc in management with all the subdisciplines, international business with languages, international tourism with languages as well, accounting and finance and accounting, the more traditional programs that persons are familiar with. But we have introduced other options within the programming at the undergraduate level, including business analytics. So we know this took off, when we introduced business analytics more than 5 years ago at the graduate level, there was such a response from the community, not only locally here in Barbados, but around the region. And we decided about 2 years ago, you would have heard, it takes some time to work through the university system, but business analytics is now available as a minor within the BSc program, and that's so for the last 2 years. But what if you've already had your degree, and you look at the landscape and you get overwhelmed? Where am I? I don't recognize myself. This is where you can retool and reskill. And those are some short courses that are available, everything from project management to finance to stock market trading to cybersecurity. So there's a series of short courses offered by the school that you can retool. They can be as short as 2 days. Sometimes they're more extensive. We have a whole suite, for example, for cybersecurity program from zero to hero, where you can be trained and actually take the CompTIA certification at the end of that programming. Another whole suite with project management, which is a defined discipline and career. So if again you are seeing you are involved in managing products within your organization, so they call you, you are the go-to person. We need this done. We call you. Your organization calls you, but you don't have formal certification. Check out the offerings at the school as well.
Absolutely.
But we also focus on executive training, and that has been something that we have been zeroed in on in the last 2 years or so. Sagicor Cahill School of Business, where leaders convene. We think that leaders are just born, and that's not so. Imagine you get promoted, you have been working diligently for a number of years, your organization recognizes your talent, and now you are in a position of leadership. And it's a whole different view from the top. We provide a safe space to meet with fellow colleagues and to build that ecosystem of Caribbean. We have global relevance, but our heart is training and ensuring that our Caribbean leaders have the tools and the skill sets that they need to excel and to create sustainable businesses. Because whatever is the vision set at the top is going to permeate through the organization. So where do you imagine yourself and where do you want to be? Whether you're ready to come in for your undergraduate training, the postgraduate offerings are awesome. So take a look at our website. If you have been in business for a while, you've been working for a while, one of our MBAs might suit you. If you're a recent graduate, one of our MSc programs might suit you. If you want to retool, our short courses, and if you're an executive in the C-suite senior management, whether in the public sector or the private sector, there is training available for you. And if you don't find something in our inventory, talk with us. We are ready to customize training for your organization as well.
That's beautiful. Now, what I would say to people is don't start with not enough time to kind of go through it, because there's so many things on offer. I mean, even what you just mentioned, I kind of sat back and listened because I know myself in going through the website, there's so much to take in. And as you think of things, you really have to think of relevance and how relatable it is for you and to what you want to do in future, as we go through all of these myriad of changes happening not only across the globe, but certainly here with us in Barbados and the region. It really is important to get ahead of what's happening in most instances and stay up to what's happening within your organization, or if you want to move outside of whatever you're into, then you must, because before we were talking about the age of retirement moving, these days you can start a new career at 40 and go again and get in a good 27 years.
Or more.
Or more. So you have to think about that. All right, so final word from you on all that's happening this week, because I know there's a level of engagement that people generally love to be able to come in. Moving online is one thing, but people like to see people and talk to people as well.
So today, big day for us in the faculty. We have the open day physically on campus. The Connect Fair is on campus. We're running from 10 till 6. So come on down. You will see us in person. You'll see the programming. And I can't end without making reference to, just hot off the press, the latest programming, the Barbados, the BBA General Management, the BBA Aviation Management, and the BBA Aviation Management with pilot's license. We know you're interested in that. We are hosting a special webinar on April 15th to give you all the details, but imagining not having to leave the region in order to be able to fly commercially within the region. And that is going to be, we are so excited about that offering coming out of the school. So you look out for the promotion for that on April 15th. Come in and ask us questions. So our partners are going to be on that call as well. So in essence, just in summary, you are able to take the first 2 years. If you're interested in the pilot license, you're able to take the first 2 years of the academic program alongside with the ground school. And then your final year is going to be an intense but wonderful 3 years. The final year is going to be in Phoenix with our partners, where you're going to be doing the flight school and the final year of your BBA online. So you're talking about using the tools to meet you where you are. So we are looking forward to seeing you today on campus from 10 to 6. If you are still unsure which program you want to come into, come meet with us, chat with us, apply on the spot under the graduation tab. We have the best Wi-Fi on campus. Today we are trying out the new bandwidth. Come under the tent. Application fees are waived to anybody applying today. So come on, meet with us. Let us now help you navigate our application site. But we are so looking forward to you engaging with us this year. We're about to end the first quarter, but we still have 9 months to go. Check out our website, kphil.ue.edu/SCHSBM, or call us at 424-7731 or 417-4295 or 96. Area code, of course, 246. Engage with us. We have something for you.
This is true. Something for everybody. Thank you so much, Sonia Mahon, Deputy Dean, Graduate Affairs, International and Global Affairs, and Digital Transformation, UWI Keithville. Thank you for sharing with us. There's certainly lots to think about, but most importantly, get out today and be a part of that fair. It runs throughout the day up until 6 o'clock, so you still have time to get out from work and make it. It's time for another break here on Morning Barbados, but stay with us. We have lots more coming up.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning indeed, and welcome back. If only I could show you what's happening behind the scenes here in the studio. You would not believe me, but the guests, if you look at the guest faces, you will absolutely be able to see what's happening. So still spending some time with our friends from the University of the West Indies, this time switching faculties to culture, creative and performing arts. And Russell Watson is a lecturer in film in the Department of Creative and Performing Arts at UWI Keithville campus. And he's brought along Taekwon Neblet, a third-year film student at the campus as well. So good morning, gentlemen. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, so Mr. Watson, talk to us a little bit about, all that happens in the department. Where we see what's happening usually is if there's a showing at the EBCCI, for example, that's where the public really gets to see what's happening within the department. But there's so much more to talk about.
Well, our department, the Department of Creative and Performing Arts, is paired with the Department of Cultural Studies under the umbrella of the faculty. So a lot of the work that we do demonstrates what that pairing really suggests, which is that the work that comes out is culturally and historically grounded. So a lot of the work that our students do before they get to that point where they present a film is really, research and exposure to the history, the cultural reality of the Caribbean, and specifically Barbados, so that by the time they get to writing their film, they have a sense of the reality of the context in which their stories take place.
Taekwon, tell me why you chose this particular area of study.
I think I've definitely always been a creative, but I think I definitely had to take some time in order to develop what I wanted to create as a creative, and that's what EBCCA provided for me. And I think I've always been doing some type of creative thing somewhere. I've been doing YouTube videos, I've been doing music, I've been doing all of that stuff, but I never saw a place where I fit so well until EBCCA. I think I was able to create my own aesthetic. And I know we call them lecturers, but personally I call people like Russell and Andrew and everybody at EBCCA, I call them mentors, because they tell you in terms of your art, where you're going wrong and what you can do better. They give you an educated opinion. And I think that is what I needed. And I think that was the difference between me just doing my art by myself and actually doing it at ABCCA. You know, I had people to guide me. And I think that is what I needed, and that's why I chose to do film. Even in my first class with Russell, I was definitely very impressed because I hadn't felt like that since, I would say, secondary school when I did theater for the first time. But then I would definitely say that was what really pushed me into like studying film at ABCCA. Just, I would say, the mentorship of it, really.
Oh, that's a beautiful way to put it. But, you know, if you're going to do a program where you feel like the people teaching you are mentoring, it says that it definitely is working. And we would know that in this creative industry that encompasses film and production and now creators for online content and so on, it calls for a lot of that because generally you want to have people who have a level of experience that they can share in it as well. So let's talk about the breakdown of the programs that are available as well.
Right. So the program follows the structure of every other undergraduate program at the university. So our students are required to do a selection of foundation courses and electives across departments. But within our department, the first, the first step are all of their introductory arts courses. So if they're in theater, film, dance, they do introductory courses. And then for film, they move on to then an intro to production course where they get hands-on experience with all of the facets of production, lighting, sound, camera, and of course editing. And that will be their first kind of public presentation where they screen work to the public and get that experience. And then they move on from there to more specific areas, directing, cinematography, all the way through the program. There's 2 levels of writing courses where they develop screenwriting skills. And then at the end of the program, they're responsible for delivering a capstone film. The film can be either a narrative fiction film or a documentary film. And through that process, they are, as Taekwon quite rightly said, mentored by an advisor all the way through the process. There's also the opportunity in the program to do an internship with a professional film entity. The faculty has relationships with various film companies around the island, and students can then spend a full semester engaged as one of their personnel, working at a variety of positions in the company, usually PA, but they can be in pre-production, they could be assistant camera. So that I think particularly gives our students an opportunity, a very clear, direct step into the professional environment.
And I know that once you get into production, you kind of see everything with a different eye. I mentioned this before, as the Deputy Dean said in the previous interview, she talked about, how things are changing. And we mentioned how important it is to really stay in step with what's happening. How does what you do, Taekwon, and forget that the lecturer sitting next to you, measure up to what you're kind of called to do in the online space these days, because that most certainly has taken over what everybody's doing. People don't necessarily want content in the way that they consumed it before, so it doesn't necessarily have to be very structured or what have you. It's very different. I mean, when I came into radio years ago, it was still reel to reel and DAT machines and DAT tapes and all that kind of stuff. And for the television, we had tapes. The tape stock was the most expensive part of what was done. Editing was a chore. These days it's totally different. So how does it measure up based on the needs these days for video content?
I would definitely say for sure that editing is still a chore, unfortunately. But I would truly say that the aesthetic of what a Caribbean creator is, that is something that is still being talked about and developed to this day. I think people in Russell's time, not a long time ago, but they were playing around with how we want our aesthetic and our place and our film and our content to be expressed. And I think that can be the same for online content up to this day. I think, of course, we do have, shorter attention spans, but I still think that we still measure up regardless. We still have a story to tell, and we still have a story to tell. Like I said, we still have all of these ideas that we can make come to fruition. And I do think, like I said, that we still measure up. But I think that when you are trying to appeal to a wider audience, that story kind of gets diluted a bit. And I think there still is a need also for online content. Like, I still believe that we're still trying to push that in Barbados. And even the ads, I believe the ads nowadays are very creative. And it's a lovely thing to see. So yeah, I still think it still matches up for sure.
Shout out to next door neighbors, Carter's, right?
Exactly. Like, you're doing a really good job.
Shout out to the marketing squad at Carter's, for sure. We loved everything that was done. Just saying. All right, so the film showcases, the films, student films showcase. When do we get to see what the students are doing? Is this closer to the end of the term? And how do we get in on being able to see them?
So the student films for the second semester would include student coursework films, so the films that come out of the directing course and the cinematography course, the documentary course, as well as the capstone, the final third-year final films. And those will be presented, we don't have final dates yet, but they're presented closer to the end of the exam period, so like mid to late May.
Happy to hear that you guys actually get real world experience as well in being able to go out and experience what's happening, because what we know with this is a lot of what you learn is in the classroom and in theory, but the proof of the pudding really in this instance is in the tasting.
Once you present to the public.
Once you get out, we can plan all we want for this sunshine right here, but we don't know till this sunshine hits through these things behind here what exactly to do. So it really calls for us to be fluid and to think on our toes and to pivot with what's happening in real time. So congratulations on making it the third year, Taekwondo.
Yes.
That is a feat in and of itself. And I look forward to seeing this name up in lights. Yeah.
A lot of big things planned for sure.
All right, good stuff. And thank you so much, Russell Watson, mentor, AKA lecturer in film. At least I got a little smile from Russell. I mean, when he came, it's almost scary. He was the typical lecture face, but now we get a little smile as he moves from behind the camera to in front of the camera, which is one of those things that we don't usually see the teachers of film and so on doing. So good to have all of you with us. Remember, it's open day on campus today. Make the best of it. Go and ask a few questions, even if it's just for a few minutes. It definitely could be worth your while.
I should mention also that we will be doing a screening of student films on Thursday night as part of our ongoing film club series. So this Thursday, night of student films.
All right, so something else to do. All right, time for another break. When we come back, we're talking school action. Of course, we have knapsack going on as well, but we're going to tell you about some more great stuff happening. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, to get the opportunity to win is submit a photo of that room that you want to see fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed. Welcome back to Morning Barbados. We're live from the Standard showroom in Wildey. Make sure you make some time to come down here and look around. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. Pockets might be empty, but you won't be disappointed. You have lots to look at. So let me say good morning and welcome to Jackie Collis. Good to have you with us.
Well, good morning to you, Tisha. Good morning, Barbados.
To tell us all about the Queen of the South Open Road Tennis Competition, and you're our president of the group working toward getting this out. Quite a provocative title, most certainly for those of us who've watched the series on Netflix, Queen of the South. Just have to get that in there. But tell me a little bit about the organization of the tournament and why you think it is necessary to have a tournament of this type at this time.
Okay, so Garrison Historics Road Tennis Academy and Sports Club Incorporated. That's our name, Garrison Historics for short. We've been out there in the Town and Country Planning car park for about 10 years, but we only recently became registered as a non-profit organization. So we're legit, and we more or less, we did a tournament last year. We had our first, we're actually the first road tennis club to be registered in Barbados. Youngest, but we're making waves. So we had a tournament last year, November, Last Man Standing, which was an open tournament as well because we had 2 ladies. But this time we're focusing on the women. So this is an all-female tournament. It's not the first time that it is happening, but it's the first time in a long time that you had anyone really focusing on the females in road tennis.
Focus you are, because I see that you've showed up here with some
tennis balls, yes.
Pink road tennis balls.
That's a coincidence.
This is a coincidence?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Those Queen of the South competition?
Yes, those balls are from one of our sponsors. They made it possible for us, road tennis equipment, from that is Frankie and his crew. They road tennis sports, that you can see it there, the emblem on their ball. They have sponsored us the balls for the tournament. So those are the official balls for the tournament. Yes, and there are a lot of people who have been coming online to help us, coming on stream to help us with this production. We had the draw already on Sunday with a little mini reception after. So, you know, things are up and running. We are into the execution of it. Would like to say, mention all the persons who would have come on board with us. Definitely Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. Thank you guys so much. United Road Tennis and Coaching Incorporated. They are out of Canada, right? But before I get there, when we decided on the name of the tournament, and it was a collaboration with the members, Queen of the South, what will be our color scheme? So then I thought of purple and a little gold that goes with royalty. I have a very dear friend, Gail Proverbs, who is a lupus sufferer. So then when I thought about it, I said, well, you know something? Lupus colors purple as well. So let me reach out to Hope Foundation and see if they would want to come on board with us. Then another member said, well, you know, dementia and Alzheimer's, their color is also purple. So then we sent an invitation to them as well. So both of those foundations will be there on Monday. It is Good Friday, starting Good Friday from 4 to 10, and then on Easter Monday from 10 to 10.
All right, so let's talk about the registration in terms of people who might want to get in on the competition. How do you do that?
Well, that's closed already.
So
That's closed already.
Listen, these people are so lucky that I can't now register and get in on this competition because
They are closed
you
already.
don't want to see my backhand.
Yes, that racket is also from one
You
of...
don't want to see it.
That is part of the prize for the first place.
Oh, that's
for the
beautiful.
winner, yes. And that was crafted, as you can see, by
Adrian Rochford.
Yes, AR25. Yeah, he does some very good customized rackets.
All right,
Yeah.
so we want to invite people to come out then.
Yes, we want
and
to
be a
invite
part of
people to
it.
come out. This is another fundraising attempt we're doing for our at-risk kids within our community. Our mantra, the club's mantra for our kids is keeping them on court is keeping them out of court. So we are trying our best to get, you know, the necessary funding to then launch our at-risk program. But they come around from time to time. You know that there are many evils out there that tend to attract our children. And even if we can save 6 a year, well, then we'll find. But that is what we're looking at doing. So I want to make mention of the prizes that you are not eligible for because you missed the registration
But I will
deadline.
enjoy seeing
You
the competition
did.
itself.
Okay, so for first place, yes, I made mention of United Tennis and Coaching Incorporated. They're out of Canada and they're doing marvelous work over there in Ontario. They have this tennis program and they have been sensitizing and exposing persons within schools and communities in Ontario and neighboring areas to road tennis. So they have come on board, another friend of Gail Proverbs, and they are on board with us. The first prize will be $800, a challenge trophy, this beautiful challenge trophy. The first place trophy, which is that one over there, a 2025 trip to Canada to take part with the URTC summer program. And then obviously this beautiful crafted, customized racket. Second place, $400, second place trophy, and a staycation at Golden Sands Hotel. All right, so it is first and second place. And then we have little things inside there. We want to say again, let me just I made mention. I want to really make mention to all these persons who would have made it possible for us to have this tournament. When you have persons like the organizations like the Barbados Olympic Association and the European Union who continue to partner with us because they believe in what we do and it is in keeping with why they are a part of communities and what they're trying to do for the youth, well then that says to us then that we're doing something good. So then we have the sponsors, United Road Tennis and Coaching Incorporated, Triton Insurance, Budget Electrical, Tropical Computers, Jose and Jose, Golden Sands Hotel, Happy Feet and Hands, ICBL, that is Insurance Corporation of Barbados, Barbados Port Inc., Dossie Painting Services, Safety Hospitality Supplies, Williams Equipment, Trez's Fashions, yes, like I said, CBC, Caribbean Broadcasting, European Union, BOA, and the Road Tennis Sports. They are the provider, like I said, for this tennis ball. So, you know, I also would want to say thanks to our planning committee as well, who have been on board. You know, there's a beautiful committee we have there at Garrison Historics, and also to the friends and membership as well, who are making this possible for us.
Absolutely beautiful. This is a great initiative, and it's good to hear that you're not only putting on this tournament, but you're also looking to help people in the community as well. There's an entrance fee. Let's talk again about the dates as we wrap up. So the dates that it will happen and how we get in to be a part of it.
Okay, it is there's no cover charge, right? We are at Town and Country Planning's car park out by the Garrison, and the days are Good Friday, which is March 29th. We start from 4 p.m. We have our opening ceremony, and then we start from 4 until 10, and then Easter Monday from 10, that's the all-day session, yes. So from 10 until 10, yes, concluding with the presentation of prizes, you know, the finals, everything. I'm encouraging all of you guys to come out and support us. Like I said, it's a fundraising, venture, and it's going to be loads of fun. It's going to be loads of fun. All of you, want to thank our sponsors again. I encourage more of Corporate Barbados to get involved, you know, in the promoting of road tennis. Government is showing how serious they are about getting it to the next level. I am also imploring on many of you camped out there to become structured clubs. That is something that we are looking to push as well.
All right, good stuff. Well, I'm more than intrigued to hear that a company out of Canada is one of these sponsors for a road tennis competition in Barbados.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah, well, blow me down.
Wait, thank you.
Interesting stuff, but that's coming up this weekend. So road tennis action from as early as Friday and then continuing through onto Monday is the final day.
2 days, yeah.
So Friday and then Monday
Yes.
over at the Garrison area. So you don't have to worry about parking or anything. There's
no.
a lot, you know, it's a big space. It's a big area for you to kind of navigate.
Yes.
Thanks to you and your team, Jackie, for all the work that you are doing with this.
Thank you.
And I look forward to having the winner in sometime
Not
next
a
week.
problem.
Who will be the Queen of the South 2024. This racket is fairly heavy.
Yeah,
It feels good, substantial. Garrison Historic says that on the back as well.
Here,
So
gifting you this ball. I hope you do something with it.
did
You
you
did tell
just
me that you
gift
have
me a ball?
Yes, I did. One.
I love gifts.
Yes,
Even if it's just one.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Jackie.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Make sure you get out to the tournament on Friday and then all day on Monday. Do stay with us. We have lots more coming up in this beautiful sunshine here on this gorgeous Wednesday. I know the little ones are getting ready for knapsack, but there's some others preparing for something else, something major that's coming up too, and we want to share about that. That's next.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you. morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back. So a few weeks ago, we told you all about the NCSA's competition, Learn Well, Play Well, Inter-School Creative Competition. And this morning, we're pleased to have the winners with us. First up, Holy Innocents. So congratulations. Joining us to talk more about it, Derek Kelman and Zakayla Moore-Sherland, who are both teachers.
Yes, please.
And we also have Ravina Thorne, a student of the Holy Innocents Primary School here, showing off this elite award. So I'm going to start with you, Ravina. Tell me about your involvement with this competition.
So we did posters with saying no to smoking and drugs to teach more about how drugs can affect you.
All right, and beautifully said. And of course, it's a great way to teach young people about the dangers happening all around our communities. So Ms. Moore-Sherland, talk to us about why you decided to enter the students and be a part of the competition.
Okay, well, we saw it as an opportunity to basically open the conversation up to our children. We created a display that was appropriate for our age group, and we open an environment where our children can share information, basically what they know about drugs and alcohol. And it would be alarming. You would think that those little ones don't know much, but they're very much aware of the dangers of alcohol and drugs. And, you know, we chose this competition because as the purpose of the NCSA, to get the awareness out there. And I think that that display was a perfect way to do that.
All right, what about you, Mr. Kelman? Your thoughts on hearing this competition and getting the children involved?
Well, usually when we have competitions like that, I like to see myself as the person who thinks the things and give it to someone to do. So when I saw the email about the competition, I said, well, yeah, we can enter. And then in terms of, just trying to get the message over in such a way that it impacts everyone. We did it in such a way that even persons coming to the school were able to sign our pledge card. We're able to interact with the display. We're able to get awareness for what the NCSA does out there in the community, because at the end of the day, prevention is better than cure. So our display kind of like, when you go there and you see it, you're like, huh? And you recognize, hey, look, these are the things that could happen to you if you make the wrong choice. But it also shows the things that can happen to you if you make the good choices.
All right, Mrs. Moore-Sherland, talk to me about the process of getting the children involved, coming up with this idea, and then finally being able to present it in a way that has now won you top prize, obviously.
Okay, well, my colleagues and I, we brainstormed a theme. We wanted to work with the NCSA's theme, Learn Well, Play Well. And we also wanted to point out that a lot of things that happen to us boil down to choices. So our overall theme was choices can make you or break you. And on one side, we decided to show what positive choices can, what are the results of some positive choices. So we displayed activities that our children they do every day. They play sports, they eat healthy, we encourage them to grow food, get ready for the technology. So we do a lot of internet and yes, robotics and what's not. So positive activities as opposed to the negative activities on the other side. We had it good choices, bad choices, and we showed the consequences of bad choices, which we had both before and after photos of persons who use drugs and persons who, how they look before and how they look afterwards. We showed consequences like, you may end up in jail. We even showed some articles, newspaper articles of drug busts and what's not. So it was really impactful for our children. So that was the main goal for them to, So then on seeing how our children interacted with it, I was really hoping that we dot all our I's and cross all our T's. We had everything laid out there to get our message across. So it was there.
All right, good stuff. Mr. Calvin, talk to me about this engagement that you got from the little ones. We heard the teacher talk about the fact that they truly love what they saw and it got the message across. So what were some of the responses that you got from the children on what was presented?
Okay, for instance, like Ms. Sherlin would have said, we have dark side, bright side. And when we were still setting up, one of the students, she came and she was looking at it and she said, but if you put a cloud up there, one side of the cloud should be dark and the other side should be clear, which told me that, she was getting the message. And as we were like putting this stuff together, I would see the children come around and they would be looking at it and they would be like, so this is what happens when, you get yourself hooked on drugs and your life goes downhill. One young lady was even able to say, she was in town with her dad and she saw a homeless man and her dad told her, well, the possibility exists that he is where he is because of the influence of drugs. So I think, as students pass and all know the display is still up, they pass and they look at it and they're still having conversations. And it is our hope that these conversations manifest later down in life when they're faced with choices that they have to make and they make the right choices.
Yeah, well, it's definitely wonderful that you could make that connection. And Ravina, you're here, so how do you feel about the end product, about what you guys were able to make together with your teachers? So you enjoyed it? What did it teach you? Or, what did it make you think about?
Teaching me not to do drugs. It will make me go to a bad side and die how God wants you to live longer than the drugs do.
All right, that's beautiful and very well said. So congratulations to everybody at Holy Innocent School. I'm waiting for my invitation because I've not been back in quite a few years. You made me remember that it's about 10 years or so. And I'm going to go ahead and sign your pledge board. Is that what it's called? So tell me a little bit about this particular board. It says, we pledge to be drug-free. How did it come about? And talk to me about the signing, what goes behind it.
Okay, so one of the requirements for the competition was that you're supposed to have displayed within your stuff the starter kit from the NCSA. So in one of their booklets, there's actually a pledge. But what I did was I reworded it, make it mine, so that the students will be able to understand what they're pledging to. And we got students from each class. Now, what you're looking at there, the students in nursery, obviously they wouldn't be able to write. So the teacher would have read the pledge to them, and then she allowed them to put their fingerprints. So those fingerprints that you see on there are representative of the nursery students signing the pledge to be drug-free and to play more and stuff like that.
Well, that's even more significant in my opinion than a signature, because somebody's signature can change, their fingerprint cannot.
Yes, please.
So I get to sign my name?
Yes, please.
For this pledge. That's me.
Thank you.
Yeah, so beautiful stuff. And I want to thank you for all the work you do. I don't think that teachers get enough kudos. And I know you have to deal with crazy parents like me every single day. So thank you. Congratulations on winning the Learn Well, Play Well Inter-School Creative Competition based on all that Ravina has told me, because she's the one who carried this interview. Based on all that Ravina has told me, you guys did a fantastic job. If not for you, we probably wouldn't know exactly what's happening, right? But I'm happy that you helped the teachers out. Good job to you and all the other students who were a part of it. Thank you, teachers.
Thank you.
All right, time for a break, but when we come back, there are other schools who came out on top, and we're also going to acknowledge the second and third places. That's next.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune in to CBC Newsnight for the NISS Business Report, a comprehensive look at the local, regional, and international business world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during CBC Newsnight. Brought to you by the National Insurance and Social Security Service. More than a contribution, it's your lifeline.
Every Every day at 7 p.m., we bring you a comprehensive news package because keeping you informed is our #1 priority. Whether it's local, regional, or international stories, our commitment is to you and keeping you reliably informed. Join us every day at 7 p.m. for CBC Newsnight.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There's nothing wrong with that. They're going to grow back. So welcome back to Morning Barbados. I'm having a conversation with young Amatai Estwick, who is a student at Graydon Seeley School. I told him he has to smile and show teeth, and he said, I'm missing 2. So I was telling him, they're going to grow back. You don't have to worry about that. Also here we have Shania Austin, and they're accompanied by my good friend, Stephanie Chase. Good to have all of you with us.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Of course, this one is famous. I saw him on a video. We'll talk about that another time. But congrats to you for winning, this competition. Ms. Chase, I know you're very into getting the children involved with competitions like this and sharing. So talk to us about how you were able to find out about it and then engage the school at this level.
Well, credit has to go to our principal, Mrs. Howard Gittins, because she got the information about the competition and she sent it to me and she said, I need you all to enter this competition. So we thought that we had missed the deadline and we had a few days and we were able to pull things together and pretty much accomplish painting a 30-foot wall within 2 days.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a major feat. Tell me how you got involved, Amatai.
So I came out of class and Miss just wanted me to put my handprint on the mural to signify that I would not do drugs in my entire life. And so I got some red paint on my hand and I put it on the tree.
All right, what did that mean to you though? Because it's one thing for the teacher to ask you to make that commitment, but did you take it as seriously as you need to? In the face of whatever challenges there may be or whatever people might encourage you to do, are you going to always remember that red paint that you put on there signifying that you're not going to do that? So it's truly impactful. All right, what about you, Shania? Tell me about your involvement with the mural.
Well, my teacher, Mr. Tudor, he told us that we had to paint the wall. So I was able to paint it and I painted the flowers on the wall.
Generally, are you an art student or was this something new?
I'm an art student.
Yeah? So you painted the most gorgeous flowers that there are because, without those flowers, the mural wouldn't have been what it is.
Yes, please.
All right, so good job, but great to hear that it really was a collective effort.
It was a collective effort among the staff and the students. I think that we could have done an exhibition, but we wanted the students to be able to see something every single day that would remind them that they have to make positive choices. And we wanted them to reaffirm that they were in an environment that is conducive to learning and in an environment that is nurturing, so that we wanted to make sure that when they see that wall, learn well, play well, say no to drugs, be positive, eat healthy, have fun, make friends, all these different affirmations that were placed on the wall.
How difficult or how easy was it to get the students involved? I see that, you creatively thought of even engaging students with their handprints, and in pretty much the same fashion as I said to the friends from Holy Innocents who won as well, a fingerprint to me is far more significant than just the signature.
Our motto is to promote all aspects of our growth. So in our school badge, there's the tree. So we made sure that we had 2 trees on the wall, and we let the students know your participation is vital. So most of the painting was done by the visual art students, first, second, thirds, and some of the CXC students as well. So a lot of the artwork, Shania, she's being very modest this morning because she's being shy, but she's very creative and very artistic. She stenciled out all of the flowers, and then she issued the instructions to her classmates on the colors to use and how to paint her flowers. She's being very shy, but I'm talking you out today.
Well, that's great. Talk to me about that, getting everything involved. Like, what came to your mind when you thought about what part you wanted to play with the mural, sorry?
Well, I thought that maybe I should just, well, I'd say that I was trying to put this together and say, well, maybe this would be, I guess this would look better.
The type of flowers that you drew, so you drew sunflowers and daisies and different things like that.
Yeah. How did you decide on which flowers you wanted to put on?
I decided on the color of the flowers.
Okay, so what color did you use?
Red.
Red? And I heard that my friend Amatai also used red. So what was the significance?
Well, they used different colors. We used red, we used white, green, magenta. These are the flowers that they were. The handprints represented leaves. The handprints represented also the students who made the pledge, because we also had a pledge board that was put up and they would pass and they would make the pledge. But all of them who wanted to participate placed their handprint on the mural.
Yeah, and did you get any parents involved? Because we wanted to get, I know for the competition, in speaking with the NCSA, they wanted to get teachers and parents and students alike.
Well, we
involved.
have a very good relationship with the NCSA. They have been doing a lot of work with our school, and we also have a good relationship with the Hastings Police Station, Constable Garrett in particular. They would come in and do seminars with the students, educate them on drug awareness, the dangers of taking drugs, and this goes towards engaging members of the PTA Association and going into the communities and doing work to educate people to make positive changes. So the parents were not necessarily involved in this particular project because we only had 2 days to complete it, but I know that parents are involved in terms of being educated.
All right, so again, congratulations. Amatai, what do you want to say to any other student out there who is looking on, who is watching, and wondering if they should go ahead and make this pledge? Because making this pledge won you guys this amazing prize for the school.
Well, I would suggest you take the pledge because it can save you money in the future. Because when you take drugs, you spend money on them and then you're not financially stable. So not taking drugs, will help you not just mentally but also financially.
All right, that's good stuff. I know that you have a lot of chat, I've seen you before, but that's good stuff. And thank you so much for sharing, Shania. It's wonderful that they brought someone of your talent into the spotlight to be able to share with the rest of the class, some of what you do and bring your creative side to bear. And congratulations to you and the teaching staff for what you've been able to do on this accomplishment in absolutely winning this competition. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to tell you, what class are you in?
Form 1Y.
1Y?
That's space.
What about you, Shania?
3R.
3R. All right. Good stuff. Frederick Smith Secondary School and Dighton were second and third in the secondary school category. Belmont Primary School, St. Catherine Primary, Trinity Academy, Hillaby Turner's Hall, and Wilkie Cumberbatch secured prizes in that order respectively. So congratulations to the winners, and of course congratulations to the National Council on Substance Abuse for continuing to share throughout the community. It's time for a break. They didn't quite win inter-school sports. I'm sorry to say that, but QC is in the house. That's next. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Every night, we bring you a complete look at the weather forecast because keeping you safe and informed is our top priority. The CBC Weather Report, brought to you by Ace H&B Hardware, the helpful hardware.
Morning Barbados is on the move, and we're coming to you every weekday morning from right here at the Standard Showroom in Wildey. Now, together, we're giving you an opportunity to win. All you have to do is submit a photo of that room that you want to see changed in a fantastic way. And the interior design curator here at Standard and all of their experts are going to get together and select the room that needs the most work. It just might be yours. All you have to do is submit your photo to info@standard.bb, and you could be here with us saying, "Morning Barbados, look at my beautiful space."
Morning to you. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, as we head up to the 8 o'clock hour, we're telling you about something very, very important and very interesting. So let's welcome Brian Holder, who is head of the Phys Ed department at Queen's College.
Thank you. Good morning, Tisha.
Hey, good to have you with us in the colors.
Yeah, thank you for representing QC.
I know you're always representing for QC. From my early days I used to do a series for radio called On the Run, leading up to inter-school sports.
Right,
yeah, that was fun. That was about 15 years ago.
Don't age us now. Don't do that.
Oh my goodness. But you have something great coming up as a part of the PE department. You're having the big QC Run Walk. Tell us more about it.
Yes, we're having the big QC Run Walk this coming Saturday at Queen's College grounds. The concept is simply this. Students, athletes, parents, celebrities, we have different categories, so you can fit into one of them. It's a card, they get a card, 5 laps, $10. Each card can hold $50 in total. The idea is that the PE department is using this as a way of raising funds in terms of uniforms, equipment, even simple things like a tent a school tent. We also want to develop more activities for our students with the healthy lifestyle concept, because that's important within the society. And we want to give our athletes that additional, that little in terms of the coaching that they're exposed to, so we'll be better prepared. Somebody said, oh, we didn't win this time, but I want to say
no, somebody ain't said that.
Oh, it was you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we are winners though, because I thought that the effort that went into it was certainly outstanding, and time is on our side, and we'll be back.
Yeah, what I said worked, because just words of endearment there. But, you know, I am always impressed at how you guys are able to organize the students and get them out, and the team spirit is always there, most certainly for QC.
Yeah, we really try, and our cheerleaders are doing a big, you know, in the stands we have lots of cheerleaders. We're trying things. The students are not what they were 15 years ago, so we have now to come around to their way of doing things, and we're certainly trying that. This walk run, Tisha, if you can't walk or run, send somebody. Give them a little donation. It's going towards a good cause. Young people involved in sports and physical education. Again, I go back to healthy lifestyle because it affects all of us. This is a little way of seeing the benefits of these activities. We can have some aerobics classes. We can do some more hikes, various things like that to get the children a little bit more interested, bring their parents, and make it, you know, we said it takes a village to raise a child, and we're extending that to our sporting activities.
All right, so let's break down the involvement so that everybody knows how they can get involved. It comes on Saturday from 3 to 6 o'clock, and you're going to utilize the field.
Yes, we're going to use our track, 300 meters. It's a little bit, 300 meters, 5 laps. That's the standard 1,500 meters. May take you 8 minutes or so.
All right, so how does it work? Are we encouraging people to support us to do more laps? Or are we paying to do the laps?
Right. So, for example, Tisha Hines is a big celebrity. Yeah. So Tisha will get a card, and we will say, Tisha, you get 5 people to sponsor you $10 a lap, or whatever the case may be. And Tisha can get as many cards as she wants to complete the process. So people will literally pay you to do a lap, and they come and they watch you to make sure, you know what, let me check with Tisha to make sure that she's doing the laps. Yeah.
All right, well, that sounds good. If somebody wants me to do a lap or two, I'll take them up on that challenge.
Well, we'll take you up on that offer, certainly.
Absolutely, but it comes off on Saturday. Do we have to contact you before about the cards to be able to get in?
Well, I think it would be good if you call the school's office, 367-8040, and you'll get the information there. But we're accepting everybody. You just come down to the field. You may not want to run. You may be able to sponsor somebody to run, support the athletes. You know, you get to see our environment at QC. So please, come on down.
So it's the big QC run, and it kicks off on Saturday by the phys ed department, walking or running 5 laps around the school grounds with a $10 contribution for students and $20 for others.
Yes, celebrities.
So the categories: athletes, student population, teachers, parents, alumni, and celebrities, or something like that.
Celebrities, Mr. Dale,
okay.
Natalie Burt. We're hoping that we can get some of our ministers, the Minister of Education, if she would come down, that would be awesome.
It would be good if you could get the PM to come down and do a few
even
laps.
better. I hope she's watching this morning.
Yeah, let's issue that for her. Madam PM, let's see you at QC.
Lovely.
During the run walk. How about that? So I think it's a great initiative, as you mentioned, in moving toward a healthier lifestyle, but also to invest in and support our athletes, because that's the only way they'll be able to
move
flourish.
Forward. Correct. I agree with you so much. So thank you so much, Tisha.
You are very welcome, and we look forward to that on Saturday at QC. I absolutely will be there. So Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs and the National Disabilities Unit, remember they're having the Month of the Disabled public lecture series under the patronage of the Honorable Kirk Humphrey, MP. This My Story by Senator Andwele Boyce, and that is coming off tonight. So 7 to 10 o'clock at the Courtney Blackman Grand Salle, Tom Adams Financial Center in Bridgetown. We told you about that earlier, so make sure you get out. The Barbados Association of Guidance Counselors presents Navigating Your Future, the virtual National Career Showcase for 3rd through 6th form students. That's coming off today and tomorrow as well. And it runs right up until 9 o'clock this evening. So make sure you check in on that as well. That's what's coming up today. Wanted to remind you of those things before we go. Now, on tomorrow's show, we are talking more about UE and what you need to do to retool, re-equip yourself, or learn something new. So we're going to be talking with social sciences, that faculty, and discuss government sociology and social work, as well as psychology, what that means, how you can incorporate it into regular, everyday business and life. Members of the Faculty of Culture and Creative and Performing Arts will be here too. Plus, we're talking about reggae in the gardens. Mixologist Lyndon Bevell is going to be in. Chef Michelle Maloney Smart will be here. We're talking fish. Remember, it's Holy Week. Tomorrow is Monday, Thursday. We're getting ready for the Easter weekend. It's traditional for us to have fish. So that's all coming up as we prep you for the long Good Friday and the long Easter weekend. That and so much more on tomorrow's edition of Morning Barbados. So until then, remember to wear your smiles, do something good for somebody, and come on back tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.